Ever wondered why software engineers earn good money, but still look tired all the time? Why the guy who just sits in front of a laptop is always stressed, burned out, and borderline quitting? Why a job that promised innovation, freedom, and creativity somehow turned into endless meetings, deadlines, and anxiety? And the biggest question of all, if being a software guy sucks this much, why are millions of smart people still doing it? Stay till the end, because the answer is darker than you think. This is not a motivational video. This is not career guidance. This is not learn to code and change your life. This is the story of every corporate software guy in the US, the UK, Canada, and pretty much anywhere where Jira tickets decide your mental health. If you've ever written code for a company, this story will feel uncomfortably personal. It always starts with a dream. You imagine building cool products, solving real problems, being that mysterious genius with headphones on. You imagine flexible hours, smart teammates, and work that actually matters. College, boot camps, YouTube gurus, they all sell you the same fantasy. Tech is the future. Developers are kings. Once you're in, life is set. And technically, you're not wrong. But reality has a different pull request. A normal corporate software day looks like this. You open your laptop. Before you write a single line of code, you already have 3 meetings. 1 meeting to discuss work, 1 meeting to discuss why work isn't done, and 1 meeting to plan another meeting. By the time meetings end, your brain is tired, but the real work hasn't started. You try to focus, Slack pings, emails, quick call, urgent bug. Can you just check this? You finally start coding, and someone interrupts you again. Fun fact, it takes your brain several minutes to get back into deep focus after every interruption. In corporate life, you rarely get that focus back. Here's the dirty secret no one tells you. Most software engineers don't actually code that much. Your job title says software engineer. Your calendar says professional meeting attender. Documentation, status updates, code reviews, fixing bugs you didn't create, explaining the same thing to 3 different managers. Actual coding, maybe an hour on a good day. You didn't sign up for this, but this is what the job quietly becomes. Deadlines keep coming, but control keeps disappearing. You don't decide the timeline. You don't decide the features. You don't decide what gets cut. Someone promises something to a client, and you find out later. Suddenly it's urgent. Suddenly it's high priority. Suddenly it's your problem. You're expected to know everything. Back end, front end, cloud, security, performance. And if something breaks, the code is blamed, which means you're blamed, even when the decision was never yours. Burnout doesn't arrive loudly. It shows up quietly. You stop enjoying code. You feel tired even after weekends. Sunday evenings feel heavy. You're not lazy. You're exhausted. Most software guys don't quit dramatically. They quit mentally months before they resign officially. And the scary part? From the outside, it still looks like a great job. So if it's stressful, exhausting, and frustrating, why do people stay? Because it pays well, because it's stable, because quitting feels risky, because once you're in, your lifestyle quietly adjusts around the salary, and because deep down, you still hope that one day you'll finally work on something meaningful. So let's answer the questions from the start. Why are software guys always tired? Because mental work drains silently. Why does the job suck sometimes? Because creativity doesn't survive micromanagement. Why don't they leave? Because comfort is addictive and fear is powerful. And the darkest truth, it's one of the few jobs where your mind is always working, even when you're off the clock. Despite everything, people still code, still debug, still build, because somewhere between the chaos, there's still that small moment when something finally works, and for a second, it feels worth it. If this story felt a little too real, you're not alone. Subscribe, because this channel talks about the truth. No job portal ever will.